Well, yeah, I mean, Ahmaud Arbery, who was essentially lynched.
Yeah, he was lynched. It was basically a lynching, yeah.
He was basically a lynching.
Yeah.
His mother did an interview on TMZ,
Yeah.
and she wants the death penalty.
Yes,
for his
sure,
killers.
sure.
I'm for that. I'm here for it.
Thank you. I mean, or that black militia that's in front of their house. Have you seen the black militia, guys? You need to show some footage on that. You seen the black militia? Yeah. I said it. I said, listen, it's like anybody. If somebody was fucking with your house and kept on fucking with your kids and killing your children, what would you do? What I'm just saying, with the normal, if you had a normal IQ, a normal human functioning brain, what the fuck would you do? What would you all do, guys? What would you do? Someone just shot up your fucking family. I wonder what you would do, huh? They do that shit in kung fu movies. You killed my teacher. I'm going to avenge, right? Right? You'd be like this. Oh, teacher, you killed my brother. Right or wrong? What happens when, check it out, guys. And you know me, I like to talk my shit, but I make a lot of sense. What if you do you know about birds, right? What if you go to a bird's nest and you start fucking touching on the eggs? What happens? What happens? You just come in there, just fucking with the nest. What do you think's gonna happen? Bird gonna come and peck the fuck out your ass. It's gonna be like, what are you doing? Right? That's what every animal does it. Have I talked about this before? Every animal does it. Listen, self-defense is a natural thing, okay? We always talk about balance, don't we? We always talk about balance. We always talk about, hey, remember this, balance, you know, and we talk about yin and yang, right? Yin and yang, very famous, that symbol, yin and yang, right? Moon and sun, fire and water, right? Night and day. We talk about balance. Okay, violence and peace, those go together. They have to go together. If you're just all peace, that doesn't work. All peace makes no sense. If you're all violence, that doesn't work either. You have to have a balance. Guess what? Buddhist monks, if you guys know Buddhist monks are some of the most peaceful motherfuckers. You know the ones with the bald heads that wear the little wraps? But guess what they study? They study Kung Fu. Have you seen the Shaolin monks? They break their break bricks with their heads and doing all, because they're like, I'm peaceful with you, but if you fuck with me, I'm gonna rip your balls out, I'm gonna throw it in your fucking throat. You have to have balance. And we don't have balance. Cops just can't be shooting us all the time. There's gonna eventually be, there's gonna be clapback. You know what I mean? And I'm not advocating that, but you can't act like, see, this is what they've tricked us into doing. See, black people, they've tricked us into fighting each other. Because sometimes, you know, when white people get uncomfortable with this kind of conversation, they go, but what about black and black crime? What about that? You know, there's more white on white crime than there is black on black crime because there's more white people here. Do you know more white people eat chicken than black people do? Because there's more of you. It's just numerical truth. It's just a fucking empirical fucking evidence. You eat more chicken than us because there's more of you. You know what I mean? So white on white crime happens all the time because you live in a neighborhood where people look like you, right? Black on black crime is because, well, they're black on black and it happens. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to talk about crime, first of all, my white brothers and sisters, you are the biggest criminals on the motherfucking planet. If you want me to name that shit, I won't, because it'll take too goddamn long, okay? Let's not, you know, a motherfucking brother steals a loaf of bread, but we ain't going to talk about stealing shit, okay? Anyway, getting back to it, but my thing is, you got to have balance. You got to be able to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. And that's the point. When I took martial arts, I'm sure some of you guys took martial arts, the first thing my master told me, he said, the first thing we do is we don't fight. You get out of a fight. You don't want to fight. Fuck that. You don't want to fight, right? But we're going to teach you some shit in case you are pushed to the edge. You know what I mean? And we are taught to be praying. And some of these churches, sorry, not all churches, but some of these black churches got us all docile and shit. Pray, hallelujah, slap, hallelujah, slap, hallelujah, slap. What? Block it. So one day you got to block that motherfucker. Bam! Fuck that. You ain't hitting me. You feel me? One day we got to block a punch. Somebody got to block a punch.
You mentioned the Shaolin monks.
Yes.
And my last interview with Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai,
who is a serious martial artist.
Yo ass up.
Yep. And he broke down how what we see today as Shaolin monks is actually all fake.
Oh, is it fake? It's not real?
See, but the Shaolin monks, the Shaolin temple was burned down like 400 years ago. The end, right? That's why you don't see Shaolin monks in a car or Shaolin monks in a gun. You don't see any, because every one of those movies started way back then.
Right.
So the truth of the matter is the Shaolin temple gone, right?
So then when the Chinese start making kung fu movies, they're like, oh, we'll do Shaolin monks. We'll have, those will be like, kind of like how, you have Knights of the Round Table.
Right. Got you.
And then they became so popular that they created a Shaolin temple and turned it into a tourist attraction. And now you have Shaolin monks that tour around the world and do all this cool stuff.
I believe.
But what I'm saying is they just kind of made a lot of that stuff up for the movies. There's not an actual Shaolin temple that's been around for thousands of years.
There's never been a Shaolin temple ever, you mean?
There was, but it was destroyed 1,000 years ago.
But that's fine. I mean, hey, listen.
But that's like saying I'm a Knight of the Round Table.
Well, they do have that shit. Remember they got that thing in the woods. What's that fair they have every year?
Yeah, I mean it's the equivalent of that. It's the equivalent of the Renaissance fair.
The Renaissance fair. You eat the chicken and shit. All right, let's be merry. And you got the sword. It's the same shit. I get it. Well, the Chinese have always been bootlegging shit.
They bootleg
They've always bootlegged this shit. So, because if you go to the Shaolin Temple now, and let's say you're at one of those little demonstrations, you go, yo, this ain't the real Shaolin Temple. They be like, hey, be quiet. No one's talking to you. This is real Shaolin. We don't appreciate you talking your shit. And no one says a word. You sit there. But either way, the martial arts is real. I mean, they study it. It's still the martial arts. Michael's telling the truth. Still, there was a Shaolin temple back in the day, but the kung fu shit is still there. What I'm saying is, even if they're fake monks, they practice peace, whatever, they still training to fuck you up in some kind of way. You ain't just gonna be beating on them. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.